Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's video we are taking a look at Shadow ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR with its brand new legacy move, DRACO Meteor. ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR previously was stuck running Dragon Pulse, so DRACO Meteor is a massive upgrade. ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR is a Grass and Dragon type Pokemon with the moveset of Bullet Seed, Seed Bomb, and DRACO Meteor. You can also run Dragon Tail as the fast move, but I opted for the better energy generation of Bullet Seed. So without further ado, let's hop into the matches and check out Shadow ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR with DRACO Meteor in action in the Great League. Picking up the dream lead in the first match, Shadow ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR into Swampert. These Bullet Seeds are doing massive damage. They're going to safe switch into Hypno, and we are going straight for the DRACO Meteor. No baits here. DRACO Meteor almost one-shots the Hypno, and we're able to counter down with Defense Deoxys. My goodness. Back in comes Swampert, but Defense Deoxys doesn't care about these Hydro Cannons. It can comfortably tank 2, and I'm not going to throw a Psycho Boost yet so I can get as many non-debuffed counters as possible. I'm going to farm up quite a bit and then go for the Psycho Boost. This will do quite a lot of damage, actually taking them out, and the final Pokemon is going to be Skarmory, the textbook Swampert Skarmory core. That Thunderbolt is debuffed, not going to do a whole lot of damage, but we have the exact alignment that we need. We are going to be able to reach the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is going to be doing a significant amount of damage on Skarmory if it lands, which it does, and it's a CMP tie. At this point, we don't have to shield a thing. Only a Sky Attack. They no-bubble it, and that is a good game. Hopping to the next match, letting Shadow ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR into Flygon. This is not a great spot to be in, and they're running Dragon Tail, so it's even worse. I save switch into Defense Deoxys, and the opponent brings out Registeel. Honestly, I don't mind this matchup, because counter is hitting for super effective, and we're able to grab a shield with the Thunderbolt. That is quite nice. They are going to debuff me with the Zap Cannon, of course, but the nice thing here is that these counters, even when debuffed, still definitely add up on Registeel, and I'm going to be able to reach a second Thunderbolt. They don't have to shield this if they don't want to, but it is going to be getting them low. At this range, they are just going to be going straight for Focus Blast, so I am going to commit the shield. I realize I'm not going to be able to get to the Thunderbolt, so I decide to go for the Psycho Boost, hoping it's going to be enough to KO. It's not, but we're able to get the final shield, and that is big, because ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR with shields down is incredibly deadly. They go for the Focus Blast. We're going for the farm down. Back in comes Flygon, straight into a DRACO Meteor. DRACO Meteor vanquishing the Flygon, and what do they have in the back? They have Toxicroak. In comes Jellicent. Opponent sees the writing on the wall and concedes the match. Hopping to the next match, letting Shadow ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR into Shadow Hitmonchan. Opponent save switches into Walrein. That is probably ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR's worst matchup, so I'm going to switch out instantly into Jellicent. Jellicent tanks that Earthquake no problem, and because we resist the Powder Snows, they're not really going to be able to farm me down. I go for the Shadow Ball, and we grab a shield. Honestly, getting shield advantage here sounds great to me, and I am going to be going for a second Shadow Ball. This will not KO, but it will do a sizable chunk of damage onto the Walrein. At this range, they might try an Icicle Spear and farm down. I'm not going to commit a shield. It is an Icicle Spear, and we're able to reach a Bubble Beam. This is resisted, but it may be enough to take them out. They commit the shield, aggressive switch back into ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR, and we're able to snipe them. Unfortunately, they have Skarmory in the back, but DRACO Meteor doesn't care about typings. Big damage onto that Skarmory. Skarmory is going to be able to farm down, but even for a resisted charge move, that did a massive amount of damage. I'm going to bring in Defense Deoxys, and that is a good game. Hopping to the next match, letting Shadow ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR into Defense Deoxys. This is not a great lead. We just get significantly outbulked, but I'm going to stay in. They overfarm and go for the DRACO Meteor. Really hoping for the no shield. Charging up the DRACO Meteor, and it's shielded. Absolute heartbreak, and then I'm going to save switch into my own Defense Deoxys. This will work quite well as a damage sponge because the opponent's Defense Deoxys has quite a bit of energy, so I'm just going to stay in here and basically no shield, so that way I can get rid of their energy. We're able to connect with the Thunderbolts, but they have a Thunderbolt in return. I'm going to tank this. I should be able to reach a second one, but they're going to bring in Charm ALOLAN Ninetales. I am able to reach a Psycho Boost, which will do a nice chunk of damage here. Psycho Boost, almost gets that Ninetales to half health. Now I'm going to bring in Jellicent because I cannot bring in Alolan Exeggutor into a Charmer. This should be a Psyshock. I will commit the shield because I need to preserve some health just in case that Ninetales decides to shield. Going for the Shadow Ball, and the opponent actually commits the shield, so it looks like they are weak to the Jellicent in the back. I am going to be able to reach the Shadow Ball, which is quite nice. Shadow Ball is going to be able to take them out. And if it's the Defense Deoxys that comes back in, I'm going to switch into Alolan Exeggutor to get ahead on energy, which I do, but it's Shadow Walrein in the back, and I get absolutely destroyed. Hopping to the next match, leading Shadow Alolan Exeggutor into Registeel. This is not a great matchup for us on paper, but you know what we do in bad matchups? We go straight for the Draco Meteor. Draco Meteor! Please don't lag out here. Come on, Alolan Exeggutor. Does actual massive damage onto the Registeel as a resisted move that does an absolutely unbelievable amount of damage. They go for the Zap Cannon, and they're going to bring in Umbreon. I farm up as much as I dare, and now I'm going for the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt's not going to be doing a whole lot just because I am debuffed, and this will probably take me out from this range. Foul play takes out the Defense Deoxys. Back in comes Shadow Alolan Exeggutor. Unfortunately, our fast move is denied. Sneak and Bullet Seed would be really nice there. It should be 4 to the next, so I am going to overfarm quite a bit and throw on CMP, really hoping they decide to call the bait here. Draco Meteor takes out the Umbreon. They have Shadow Machamp in the back, and we have Jellicent. We can tank a Rock Slide here, so I am going to let the first one through. And now it's a very dangerous game of bait and nuke. I am going to go for the Shadow Ball here in case they try and call a Bubble Beam, but they decide to shield. And unfortunately, now I'm low enough where they can probably get enough energy. Unfortunately, we both lag there a bit. Suddenly my health goes down there a bit at the end, and now I'm in a bit of a tough spot. I am going for the Bubble Beam bait because I think I have to win the game. And we're able to get the shield, but they get a fast move and their charge move. The game not working the best in this particular match. Can we get to the Shadow Ball? Yes, we can. That is going to be taking out the Machamp. And then there's still the Registeel alive in the back. I'm going to bring back in the Alolan Exeggutor, and we reach the Seed Bomb. It's resisted. Is it enough damage? It is, and that is a good game. Hopping to the next match, leading Shadow Alolan Exeggutor into Altaria. This is an absolutely terrible lead. Going to save switch into Defense Deoxys, and I am met with Trevenant. This is absolutely terrible. I have baited out the Ghost type, which is good, but Trevenant absolutely destroys Defense Deoxys. They throw just as I reach that second Psycho Boost. Very nice timing by my opponent, and they go for the Shadow Ball to take me out. Trevenant is a pretty big weakness for Alolan Exeggutor, and for this team as a whole. I am going to commit the shield, it's a Shadow Ball, and then I'm going to try and farm up as much as I can, farming up to 100 energy, and then going for the Seed Bomb. Seed Bomb gets the shield, and back in comes Altaria, and I'm going for the Hail Mary Draco Meteor. Please land. It does, one-shotting the Altaria, and they have Nidoqueen in the back. That was absolutely massive and gives us a chance to win this game. I am going for the Bubble Beam bait, and we're able to get the shield. That is very, very nice. We should tank this Earth Power no problem. Even better now that we have lowered their attack. We tank that, and now I am going for the nuke. Going for the Shadow Ball, hoping for the no shield, and we get the no shield. That is massive. Jellicent able to reach another Bubble Beam, but not before they reach a move. I will commit the shield. It's just a Poison Fang, and things are looking a bit scary. I am going for the Bubble Beam, able to grab the shield, Jellicent farms down, and that is a good game. Hopping to the next match, picking up a Nightmare lead, Shadow Alolan Exeggutor into Shadow Gliscor. I save switch into Defense Deoxys, and a bad situation becomes worse as Deoxys is hard punished by a Kofagrigus. Shadow Gliscor already beats my whole team, so seeing the save switch hard punished as well, at this point I'm not really seeing a win con. They throw the Shadow Ball just as I reach the Psycho Boost. Very nice timing. I think my only chance in this game is if I overfarm significantly with the Shadow ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR, and then hopefully try and land a Draco Meteor onto the Gliscor. I farm up as much as I can and throw just as Kofagriegus reaches the Shadow Ball. This will be taking them out, but they commit the shield, and that is not great, because I need to preserve health, so I'm forced to give up my final shield. I'm going to overfarm as much as I can, but these Shadow Claws are absolutely tearing through my HP, and now I don't think I can survive 2 wing attacks to get to the Draco Meteor, so I'm forced to immediately switch into Jellicent. And this is not good because Night Slash does massive damage. Night Slash takes me below half health. I am desperately trying to still have a chance in this game, going for the Bubble Beam bait, able to get the shield and lower their attack, but I'm not able to reach the Shadow Ball. Perfect timing by my opponent. They get to the Night Slash, and from here, I'm not able to get to the Draco Meteor either. Shadow Gliscor absolutely destroys me, and that is a good game. Hopping to the next match, leading Shadow ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR into Galvantula, and this is another massive core breaker for the team. This is a matchup where I definitely want to have Dragon Tail, and I'm not able to get through the extra fast move. The game does not work as intended, and that puts me in an even worse spot. I am going to throw on CMP on the next, just so they're not able to sneak through any extra energy, but I am forced to go down 2 shields. So I am not in a good spot whatsoever. I am going for the Seed Bomb bait. We get the shield, and now I am full sending the Draco Meteor. I desperately need this to land, and it does, even debuffed enough to KO. They bring in Lickitung, and I'm going to save switch into Defense Deoxys. Both of us are dealing super effective damage here. They go for the Body Slam. Body Slam, we tank that no problem. And the final Pokemon is going to be Azumarill. Thankfully, we have a Thunderbolt loaded. Thunderbolt is going to do quite a lot of damage onto Azumarill, trying to get to a second. Azumarill deciding to overfarm, so we're able to reach a second Thunderbolt, and that is able to grab the shield. Azu is forced to throw because they would not be able to bubble down there. They go for the Play Rough to KO, so they're probably running Play Rough and Hydro Pump, because that was definitely Ice Beam range. If that's the case, then that does make it an incrementally better matchup for ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR. The opponent tries to catch onto Lickitung, but they're not able to do so. I am going to go for the Bubble Beam to lower the amount of damage they can do and bring back in Shadow ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR. I need to get to a Draco Meteor here. Body Slam, not enough to KO. Can we get there? Yes, we can. We get to the Draco Meteor. Hello, Lickitung. Goodbye, Lickitung. Back in comes Azumarill. Azumarill is just able to farm down. Back in comes the Jellicent, but from here, all I have to do is undertap the Shadow Ball, and this game is over. We are able to get off the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball taking care of the Azumarill, and that is a good game. Hopping to the final match, leading Shadow ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR into Lickitung. A neutral matchup by typing, but Lickitung has a massive advantage in terms of bulk. Farming up to the Draco Meteor, and here I decide to go for the bait. I was expecting the shield, but that decision to bait was immediately punished by my opponent, who no shields. Absolutely terrible mistake. They go for the Body Slam, almost KOs, and I'm not able to reach the Draco Meteor. So a big mistake by me. 2 Seed Bomb still does a ton of damage, but I would have really liked to land that Draco Meteor. From here, we're just going to be able to farm down this Lickitung. It's basically taken out, but they save the low health Lickitung for later, and they bring in Azumarill. I'm actually fine with staying in here, because that Lickitung is so low health that my Jellicent can actually take it out. They should be going for the Play Rough here. We do survive the Play Rough. We tank that no problem, and then we're going to be able to fire back with the Thunderbolt. Unfortunately, Thunderbolt is not going to be enough to KO either, but I'm going to try and threaten a farm down to force them to throw, which they do. That is absolutely perfect, and from here, I'm just going to get an energy lead on Jellicent. Jellicent farms down, and the opponent concedes the match. All in all, Draco Meteor definitely is an improvement on Shadow ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR. Shadow ALOLAN EXEGGUTOR, however, is still not a great Pokemon to use because of its lack of bulk and the fact that it does very poorly against the 2 most common Pokemon you're going to see, Walrein and Trevenant. However, I will say, this is one of, if not the most fun Pokemon that I have used this season. That Shadow Draco Meteor does absolutely unreal damage. So if you're just looking to have some fun in the Season of Spice, this could be a really good option. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And a special thank you, as always, to our members here on YouTube. The support you guys provide is absolutely incredible. So thank you guys oh so very much. And until next time, I've been HomeSliceHenry.